Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. I'm going to talk about a movie instead of books today. I love reading. I enjoy reading, have all my life, but I've enjoyed movies all my life too. And wanted to talk about a movie I saw last night, The Beekeeper, starring Jason Statham. Simple little movie about a guy that liked keeping bees and collecting honey. So we're going to talk about that this morning. Appreciate everybody that joins, comments live, shares, listens to the replay, whether it's on Spotify or Apple or on the website. Doesn't matter. I appreciate everyone who's listening and supporting this show, and appreciate everybody that helps me grow this show with shares and likes and comments and letting other people know about it as well. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter. That'll go out tomorrow. Goes out every Sunday. Going to have a bunch about cold weather this week because it is definitely cold out. Right now it is negative 22 here in Missoula, Montana. That's negative 30 for my friends up north that use the Celsius, or people other places that use Celsius. So, yep, negative 22 Fahrenheit, negative 30 Celsius. It's a bit chilly outside. That's why I'm wearing sort of a warm shirt. This was a new shirt from Christmas. Thought, I'm going to wear my Mickey shirt. It's warm, it's cold, good day to wear it. And because I'm wearing a Mickey shirt, I wanted to have the partner's mug. One of my favorite statues, Mickey and Walt, the partner statue. If you've seen my social media, you've seen pictures of me by the one in Florida, by the one in California. Sadly, I don't have any pictures of me by the one in Tokyo when I was there, but maybe I'll get over there again and get a picture of that one. And because of that, I'm also wearing my new partner's watch. You can sort of see it there on the video. Interesting story about this watch. Way back in the early 90s, when I was an undergrad at the University of Montana, I was involved in the honors program, which turned into the honors college while I was there. The first 2 years I was in school, it was the honors program. Then it turned into the honors college the last 2 years before I graduated. And then it was named the Davidson Honors College because Ian Davidson and his wife Nancy, and Ian is the founder of D.A. Davidson and Company, a financial company. They donated $1 million some initially for the building of the Davidson Honors College building, and they've donated a lot more to the program too. So I was very involved with all of that when I was an undergrad. And I got to know Ian Davidson. And Ian used to wear a Mickey Mouse watch, a nice Mickey Mouse watch. I mean, he's, giving millions of dollars away. He was obviously, doing pretty well for himself. But I remember way back when I said, one of these days I'm going to have a nice Mickey Mouse watch. Now it's been a few years, but now I have the nice Mickey watch. Although this isn't just Mickey, it's Walt and Mickey, the partner statue. And I really thank my daughter. She saw me looking at this at Disneyland last summer when we were down there. And I was like, I like that watch, but I don't want to drop $400 right now. Get it one of these days. So she got me one for Christmas, which was a really nice Christmas gift. So I'm all Mickey'd out today. The warm Mickey shirt because it's cold out. Got my daughter present, the partner's watch, and we're going to have some fun and talk about The Beekeeper with Jason Statham. So a week ago, I went to the early premiere of it. They had a one showing in the IMAX. It was a week early before it opened in the theaters, and I was there, and I had my popcorn, and I was all ready, and it was canceled. So came home, ate the popcorn at home. It opened everywhere yesterday, so I went back, and I still went to the IMAX because I wanted to see it on that giant screen, seeing Jason Statham kick ass, which he does. And so last night I went to the IMAX and I saw The Beekeeper, and I had a great time. I was chuckling and laughing and enjoying that movie the entire way through. One of the things that made it so good is the villains, the bad guys in this movie were scumbag scammers. And if you've listened to this show, watched this show, you know I can't stand these scumbags that are scamming people and taking their money, especially from elderly people and so forth. And so it was just great seeing Jason Statham take on a bunch of scumbag scammers and what he does to them. And if you know Jason Statham, if you've seen any of his movies, you know he kicks ass and comes up with creative ways to take bad guys out. And this movie is no exception. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Vicky. Appreciate you guys being here. Dixon's here. Good morning, Dixon. Dixon says, very nice present you got from Cosette. You know, it is. The partner's watch is very nice because she saw me looking at it down at Disneyland. And it just, at the time, with as much as we were spending on that vacation on everything else, I thought, no, I'm not going to spend an extra $400 right now. We'll wait. And so it was very nice that she got that for me for Christmas. So the plot of Beekeeper, pretty simple. You know, it's a typical simple action movie, not a lot to it. However, there are a twist or two that I'm not going to spoil here that did surprise me. Didn't see that coming. And so, you know, that was sort of cool. There's some very creative fights and different ways of taking people out. You know, Jason Statham is, you know, one of the best when it comes to that kind of action movie. He plays that role so well. And it's sort of a mix of kick-ass seriousness and just sort of over-the-top silliness action movie. And it's done very well. I mean, they have all these bee puns because he's a beekeeper. And he's a beekeeper in the literal sense. He has bees and he collects their honey. But he was also part of a secret organization that nobody knows about. Even the director of the CIA didn't know about it, of these beekeepers who are real badasses, and they're there to protect the hive and do things when nobody else can. I mean, there's a scene that you probably saw it maybe in the preview, so I'm not giving much away, where Jeremy Irons is like, he's like, well, you guys are just tier 1 operators. We got SEALs and we got a Delta Force. Well, you guys are just pussies. If you were in a room with him, you'd be dead. But maybe if I get enough of you together, you'll have a chance against him. That's how badass the beekeepers are. So that's what the movie's about. If you like action movies, lots of fighting and shooting and blowing things up, you like Jason Statham, you'll enjoy the movie. It's one of the better ones he's put out. And it's just fun, kick-ass action movie. Just, you know, have your popcorn, escapism, enjoy the scumbag scammers getting what they deserve. Because I wish we could all go Jason Statham on some of these scumbags that are stealing money from people. Phil says, do you know how Sting got his name? I don't, Phil. And you're talking about the musician, the Sting, the singer, I'm guessing, and not Sting, the wrestler, because there was the professional wrestler who went by Sting as well. Had a chance to see him live once. It was sort of fun. Same time I got to see Hulk Hogan and some others. But Phil, let us know about Sting. And I'm guessing you're talking about the musician, who's a fantastic musician, by the way. I've always enjoyed his music from The Police and solo. Anyway, if you like action movies, if you like Jason Statham, go see The Beekeeper. You won't be disappointed. It's just fun and very creative at times and over the top silliness, the puns, the bullets that fly, the explosions that happen, the zany characters that he has to fight and take out, and some of the ways he does that. It's what you would expect for that kind of movie. And it's one of the better ones that have come out in a number of years. And they left it open for a sequel. So if it does really well at the box office, maybe he'll come back and there'll be The Beekeeper 2, which would be fun. I would definitely be first in line to go see that. And Phil says, early in his life, he showed up at a gig in black and yellow clothing, and he was never called Gordons. Well, I guess, if he looked like a bee, I'd rather be called Sting than other things, and could have been called Bumble or Bumblebee or something. So Sting is a cool name. The Beekeeper, cool movie. Go check it out if you like that kind of show. Definitely is a fun one. I'm going to sign off here. Got some things to do inside the house. Not going to spend a lot of time outside today at minus 22 degrees. I know when I let Rocky out this morning, it was like, go out there and do your thing quick and come back in. And Phil laughed at the bumblebee. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Jay says, sounds like a good idea. Phil says, stay warm. Phil's up there in Calgary. They're having really cold weather, too. He was in the minus 30 Celsius this week. It's minus 30 Celsius here today. So, it's cold all over. Stay warm. Get that newsletter. Going to have some stuff to help you stay safe and warm in cold weather in tomorrow's newsletter. So enjoylifesafely.com. That's where you can sign up, get the newsletter and so forth. Do that. Lots of good information to keep you safe, help you enjoy life, and be exceptional. Take care, everyone. We will see you tomorrow. Make it a spectacular Saturday.